The Bowery, the Bowery. They say such things and they do strange things.
Our soap today is sponsored by Pasteur Pharmacy.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, it's good to see you. And for our mention today, we are being sponsored by Pasteur Pharmacy. And they have one of my favorite tabs on the side of their website. Mm-hmm. They have the sale tab. And that's where we found this one. It's one of our favorite soaps from the Christmas season. Mm-hmm. And they have the splash on sale, y'all. So if you want to know what bargains they got going on over there, they've got a whole section website devoted just to it. Check it out every few days. There are always a few surprises hiding in there.
But we were really glad to add this one.
Love this one. I called Pete and I was like, buddy, this was a home run, this soap. And he was like, I know, I keep a bottle of the Splash on my desk. And I was like, we gotta get the Splash. We've got to get the Splash. So thankfully, there we are. We logged in. I think I was yelled across the apartment. Oh my God, Sarah, there's more. We were so excited. So what's it smell like? How is it different?
It is beautiful. But I do have to say, we have been busting this out a lot this last month. It wasn't just a Christmas alone one, which we are very grateful for.
Y'all, this has been beautiful in January. And a couple of times a week, I have some time in the morning. I take a bath. If you are a bath guy every once in a while, throw a splash on before you do, especially if you're just getting to know it, because it's a great way to sort of ingratiate yourself to a new scent.
I just was walking behind Marcus after he threw it on the other day, and I was like, what are you wearing? And I forgot we had the Splash, and I was so excited to be like, oh, I need to go throw some of that on too.
Y'all, it is an homage to a rather famous cologne, and boy, is it a home run for us if you caught the original episode.
It has a fun, like, fresh, powdery, I don't know. We don't have anything that smells like it, and I think that we really enjoy it.
It's Christmas magic, y'all, and beyond. So yeah, there you go. Check out the sales page, and check out all the soaps they got over there. The exclusives at Pasteur Pharmacy are impressive, to say the least.
But speaking of exclusives.
Speaking of which, we've got one today, y'all. And just circumstantially, we have become fans of Tom Ford real hard. I mean, the last person I knew that made colognes and things that I wore was Calvin Klein. That's how long it's been. So the fact that we started to discover like Lost Cherry, we started to discover Bitter Peach and some of these
no idea before this.
Y'all, insane. We became huge fans. It was funny. We were over at my piano player's house. We were telling her about the show.
Right.
On her coffee table is a design book, and it just says across the back, Tom Ford. And I was like, wait, Aaron, this is exactly who we've been talking about. This is the guy. Guy. So, oh my God, y'all, we're so excited when we looked at the description last night and we saw that this was an homage to one of the Tom Ford scents that we wanted to experience the most. And just coincidentally, it was on today's shooting schedule.
We're so lucky.
I can't wait. What do you know about oud?
You know, okay, we've had a few scents that have had that in there. Some are more hidden than others. Yeah. And it's one of those scents that some people either kind of like or they aren't sure what to do with it.
It can be a little polarizing.
It can. Right. But we are learning that we oddly enjoy that interesting, dark kind of side to the scent.
Spooky, musty, mysterious. And sometimes some of the artisans, when they have oud, it's not that. It's a little cleaner. It's a little woodier, right?
But it has this warm vibe, I feel like, overall, which we are learning to really enjoy.
Yeah, and I kind of like the more musty, mysterious ones. Like, and we never compare artisans. We're not comparing. But our first one was Indigo Oud by Shannon Soaps. Beautiful oud in there. And I feel like that really captures that mysterious oudiness that I really like.
And the more that we learned about oud and how it's made or found, it's just insane. So if you want to dive down on YouTube and check it out, it is pretty crazy. So we're even more excited because we realized that this is an artisan that we haven't even heard of or had anything from yet, but they did the collab, so we're here to
Gotham Soap Company. Right. So we're so excited to experience a new scent and a new artisan. Yes. Let's meet the soap. All right, this is on the sales page at Pasteur Pharmacy. Introducing the second collection, the Bowery Boys Legacy from Gotham Shaving Soap.
Oh, Gotham Shaving Soap is not just another grooming product. It's a tribute to the indomitable spirit of the Bowery Boys, who once ruled New York's 5 Points neighborhood.
This exceptional shaving soap encapsulates their legacy and delivers an unrivaled shaving experience.
All right.
Very nice. Step into history.
Transport yourself to the late 1800s, a time when Paul Kelly commanded an army of 1,500 mobsters in a relentless battle for supremacy. This era saw New York's 5 Points neighborhood embroiled in turmoil as these fearless outlaws orchestrated vast racketeering operations and engaged in fierce clashes with rivals like Monk Eastman's Jewish gang. Beneath the 2nd Avenue elevated train line, the echoes of gunfire were a grim reminder of the violent struggle. a chapter in history where corrupt politicians from Tammany Hall shamelessly endorsed the chaos.
Very good. I wonder if this is, I've not seen the movie Gangs of New York, but I wonder if this is what it was based on.
Right, I wonder.
Kind of guessing. Probably the same, right?
Maybe.
Wow. Whoa. And now I know the Bowery used to be where all the theater was. Like at the very beginning, like late 1800s, right? That's where the theater was.
But that's kind of like where this is 1800s.
It sort of became like a seedy sort of neighborhood, and things kind of went a little south. I know. Gotham's shaving soap captures the unbridled spirit of those lawless days, infusing it into your daily grooming routine. Immerse yourself in the legacy of the Bowery Boys with each shave where history and innovation converge. Gotham Shaving Soap, where the past meets the present for a shave like no other.
Scent notes. Homage of Tobacco Oud by Tom Ford is a woody, spicy fragrance for women and men. Tobacco Oud was launched in 2013. The nose behind this fragrance is Oliver Guillotine.
I don't know that.
And I don't want to keep rating.
Oh, and there's some spice notes. I don't even want to know what they are.
No,
okay.
no. I don't want to La.
Oh, y'all, we are so impressed with these Tom Ford homages. I saw this last night. I was so excited.
I know, we just realized it was a cool label. We're like, yeah, this is awesome. And we didn't even realize it was an homage.
And this box was a surprise from Pasteur Pharmacy.
Thank
y'all. Thank you so much for believing in our little show and sponsoring this episode of the soap and set for free. Thank you so much.
You're honored.
And without any further ado, let's unbox this. This is how it comes from Pasteur Pharmacy.
All right. Our Pasteur Vision one was in here, so
There's the invoice. Let you know some business is being done. I love
got
it.
a whole
We got
list here.
Holy cow.
Side label going on.
Ooh, I love it.
And then
Yes. There is a splash.
There is, and it
for
is
your protection.
double wrapped, so we did not have any casualties.
Green bottle.
Perfect.
This might be our first green bottle.
Yay! Ooh.
Oh, I'm excited for a Tom
I feel like
Ford
there's a
homage.
story here. Look at them.
No, look at that. It's like almost like anime comic book style.
Yeah,
It's very
there's
cool. I love
definitely
the
some depth
American
going on.
flag over the
Yeah.
top, Joe. All right, strap in. We might feel a tug of war in these scent notes. I'm excited. Y'all, if you are constant viewers to our show, you know that Stax is one of our good friends, and Stax has an affiliation with Barrett Fragrances.
Yes.
We were so in love with Lost Cherry and Bitter Peach that we placed our first order for Valentine's Day. Y'all, so stay tuned for some mentions of those
They'll
on
be
future
coming
episodes.
back.
But one of the homages that they also offer is Tobacco Oud. And we're so grateful to you for letting us smell it before we
see
place
if we
an
wanna
order, see if
purchase
we can
that
like it,
order.
right? So I'm so excited because Tom Ford has yet to let me down, folks.
I agree.
So,
And
okay, I
this
think you
is a
should go
brave one.
first.
You think?
Yes, I want to see
Huh.
your face.
Adding Tobacco and Oud. I feel like they'll be
know.
best friends,
I
but I'm
know, right?
oddly curious how they work together.
Yeah, let's
Yeah, but
find
like what
out.
you
One
said,
way to tell.
What
All right.
type of tobacco is it?
No,
And
I'm just
A
excited.
new artisan.
Let's have a go into conversation. When I smelled Lost Cherry, of course, I recognize it as cherry, but like completely different from anything I knew.
Right.
So that's what I'm kind of hoping happens with this one. Is I know tobacco, I know oud a little
Right.
bit, but I'm kind of hoping he discovered some strange and exotic territory inside both of those. So one way to find out. Let's have a first impression. Oh, beautiful pour.
Just because they're new to us, a new artisan, I
it.
like to show it
Yes,
off for those people that
indeed.
like to see.
All right, take
Okay,
it in.
I am very curious.
Yeah, I know, me too. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Oh,
But it's you always kind of assume that oud's gonna make it really dark,
sure.
but there's something light in here.
Oh, yeah?
I almost get like a sort of hidden
Oh.
apple,
Oh,
maybe.
right.
And then I get there's definitely a tobacco something in here, or leathers. There's something else in there, but it's not insanely dark. I thought it was going to be pretty dark of a scent,
Right.
but there is something in there that's keeping it on a little bit more mellow than I was expecting. And there's some kind of a spices going on.
Oh.
There's definitely, they work well with whatever's in there. I don't think it's cinnamon, but it's kind of like something in that zone
Gotcha.
that's in there.
Okay, so question.
Okay.
You got tobacco, you got oud, it's on the label, right? But with like bitter peach, there's so much more going on beside the peach. Is there a lot going on besides just the tobacco and oud?
Yes, and they are blended so well that it's hard for me to try and figure them out. But it is similar to that category.
Right.
Knowing it's a Tom Ford, it is similar in that zone.
Is it unisex? Could it work for the ladies? She had to go back, so probably not, right?
No, actually, I don't see why not.
Yeah?
It's definitely more of like the spice side, at least right off the puck.
Right.
That I do see, like it reminds me of a winter time. Like I do get that kind of a vibe from it.
Right.
It's not too leather or too masculine. I mean, it's definitely more on the masculine than feminine side, for sure. But I do feel like I could pull this off, at least smelling from the puck. We'll see after we lather and all the things.
She can pull off an awful lot, folks. I'll tell you that. All right.
Let's see. I'm curious. I do feel like this will be in your jam of things.
Yeah?
So,
Okay, here we go.
I mean, we kind of hoped, but let's see what you think. I thought so.
I'd like to speak to the manager, please.
I need some, right?
Whoa. Mm-hmm. Woo! Y'all!
Yeah, there's a lot happening. In a good way. I do feel like if you'd never smelled oud before and you smelt this, it's so wonderfully disguised and mixed in there that it's a great way to meet oud.
Okay, this is a great question. I was wondering what was going to be there when the oud and the tobacco went pow, right? Because something's going to come out.
Yep.
Something's going to be greater than the sum of its parts. Here's my thing. I got the two.
I know.
God!
Kept going back.
Oh my God.
That was more why.
Okay, so I got this beautiful, and the thing is, imagine take something like a tobacco leaf, right?
Right.
And then ask your favorite artist to paint it. It's going to be amazing. And depending on the kind of art they do, just the colors they might choose to make it could be earth-shattering. Some of our most prized works of art are very simple subjects. It's just the way that they painted them.
Yep.
Does that make sense? So with this, good Lord, it's like they took tobacco and made the most beautiful, magical version of it. And then they went and found an accompanying oud that somehow took all of the part out of oud and just made it gorgeous and mysterious and deep and comforting. And then where they go, boo, here's my thing.
He's too
Now
excited.
tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. But I'm getting a tiny bit of the most beautiful, cherry wood.
Oh, is that what it is?
Right in the middle of where those hit.
It may really be.
What do you get? Now, what do you find? I don't mean to throw a picture in your head. What do you feel when those
but I think that's
combine?
why my brain was trying to almost is that an apple? It's some sort of...
Oh, you said apple.
Right, and I was thinking apple and cinnamon for some reason.
Nope, I'll take it. I'll take it. Because they're both spicy, beautiful, rosy type fruits, right? That's what it is. It was almost floral, but not quite.
You know it's not a floral, but close.
It would be like some part of the rose, but not all of it, right? That's why I think it's way more descriptive that it's a cherry wood,
but
maybe a little bit of the cherry fruit that comes out.
Do you get any cinnamonness? Like that type of a spice?
No.
Interesting.
No, which is amazing because you expect it. In fact, when you smell all of this, it's like walking into a room perfectly decorated for Christmas, but it takes you a second to realize there ain't no tree, right? So that's what that is.
Interesting. I do like your cherry wood concept, though. That's definitely something. It's sweet but woodsy.
There are things in here doing the job of cinnamon, which is super hard because cinnamon is perfect at what it does, right? It's so good at what it does.
There's some kind of something.
Stepping in to be something to work for that cinnamon.
Right.
What do you get? Do you get cinnamon?
I thought I did,
judgment.
but I know there's a bunch of spices going on.
Yeah.
And they're all close to, I don't know if it is actually cinnamon, but it's something close to that.
Well, and it might also, we know that some of these perfumers are able to reach in and pull out parts of a scent note, right? So it might just be part of the cinnamon that you're sensing without the entire thing. Does that make sense? Like kind of the outer sweeter part of the cinnamon, without it getting too spicy. Because cinnamon can get hot.
And we've had some other ones that have a cardamom in there, or there's a different type of spice.
Right.
And in there, it kind of creates something similar, like maybe a ginger or something else.
And I've been waiting for this moment, y'all.
Right.
Because we have a Tom Fortemage and a splash.
Oh.
Hey, Gotham, this is beautiful stuff. I mean, even just looking at that pour, look how gorgeous.
Right? I was eyeing it while I was whiffing over here.
She eyes her pores.
I do.
Sealed for your protection and conveniently in English. All right, here we go.
I'm very curious what's going to pop out here.
Oh.
Different? Close? No? Me? Friends? Complimentary? What do we got?
I'd like to speak to the manager because this is amazing.
Is it close to this or to have its own swing to it?
Okay, hold on. No! Okay, the base has just a little bit of a delightful, almost transparent character, but you can kind of, of course it does. Of course it does. It's
a
soap.
soap,
You're putting it in soap. Soap has a smell, right?
Yeah.
And a lovely light one. Perfect. And it's a lovely balance. This is that same Tom Ford without a soap that it has to bind with. So it's just a little bit freer. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's probably a little bit truer to the original because it doesn't have to have the soapy note, but I love the soapy note. There we go. Yeah, put some on too.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, let's see.
Oh! You know what? I think you're right. It's a hint of apple more than it is cherry.
Do we lather first, or should we jump into the scent notes? Because we got things to do.
I want to know what's in here. Let's look at the scent notes. Oh, Sarah was right.
Oh,
Sarah was right. Y'all, I'm glad there are scent notes here. Okay.
Right, I would not have gotten all of these, but
Yep.
things are happening.
I get it. Wow.
Oh, look at the end. Okay, we got to start at the beginning. Hold on.
We're leaving them out. Okay, sorry. Hold on a second. So the top note is whiskey. Whiskey.
When I said boozy, I was right.
You did. Beautiful. And it's the woody part of the whiskey. Whiskey's cured in oak barrels, y'all. That's what I smell. Beautiful. And that's the top note.
Yep.
That is the top note. A wisp of whiskey. Love it. And then diving down, what do you got?
Middle notes are spicy.
So spicy notes. Spicy notes. Just don't worry about it. Just spicy notes. And then you were right. There's cinnamon.
Look at me.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
And then coriander.
But I think it's like the heart of the cinnamon, though. I don't think it's the burning part.
No, it is
not.
not.
It's just the heart of it.
But it's there. It's just enough to be.
Coriander.
See, I was close. I knew it was something different. I said
Right.
cardamom.
Right.
It's coriander.
And then, here's a surprise for the base notes.
Base notes.
Tobacco
Way better.
and agarwood. Oud, right?
Oud.
But then,
There was some fun things.
See? This is why she said it got dark and super clean, y'all, because these are dark and super clean. Okay, where are we going?
Sandalwood.
Yep. We just did Parasso Red, y'all, and we made up with sandalwood. And that's the sandalwood I'm sensing
That
in
is
this.
completely.
Beautiful sandalwood.
Just in there. And then this is what we were missing.
Makes sense to me.
Incense. And then patchouli. Can't
Think
you feel
about
like how they would whip?
Oud, incense, and patchouli go together, y'all. The three best friends.
And then, to clean it up a little at the end here, we have benzoin, vanilla, and then cedar, which I totally get in this at the end.
Y'all, I was actually sitting up the other night trying to think about how Tom Ford would even go about finding this balance. And it's got to be something along the lines of, let's rediscover the tobacco until it has notes that are so beautiful and mysterious and new that they're like a Pied Piper to your nose. And then let's figure out what to do with oud to make it match that new perfect tobacco. And then let's put a little bit of something in that solution to balance it all together. And I think that must be how he does it because they're so different. It's not a normal tobacco. It's not a normal oud. It's not a normal any of this.
No.
But when I smell them all, I'm like, yeah, absolutely it's those things. But just in a way, in a drawing with colors that I've never smelled before.
Does it smell any different on me? Because we do this every once in a while to see if things are different.
Totally. Now, I think she has a rather sweet scent to her base. So, yeah.
But the sweeter stuff come out. I do feel like the incense and the oud oddly work well.
And this was created to be a unisex fragrance, which I
was.
also think is cool. We were talking about, as long as have we gone deeper yet?
No, we're about to.
Well, we're about to have a really deep thought. Let's take this down the rabbit hole.
When you read the scent notes, you'd automatically assume that it's more masculine, just because of what's listed and what we've been trained to think is a more masculine scent.
But where those come together, that fruitiness that I don't even see
No, it's
listed
not.
here.
But it's the magic that's happening. There's something in here that is creating a sweetness without it going too sweet.
Bet my bottom dollar on it, y'all. Put it in the comments if you have gotten your nose on this, but there is something delightful and Tom Ford fruity in the middle. Mr.
I don't know how it's happening.
This is gorgeous.
It's there.
And one of the ways to tell on this show if we super love a soap is that we always forget to lather.
We had too much fun until now. We didn't even need to lather it. We just wanted to get the aromas going on here.
Show them this. This is my custom brush from Amelia and Gardner at AKA Brushworks, and it is based on a couple of pair of Converse tennis shoes that I had in the 5th grade. If you are ever lucky enough to grab yourself a bowl and brush from Amelia and Gardner, they occasionally will live stream Gardner turning the brush and bowl on Instagram so you can see your creation being made. I know.
Let's see what comes out of this. Because going from here, it does, I don't know if it's part of the base, but there is something sweeter, a little tamer. And then when you smell it here, things get a little more vibrant.
So new artisan.
New
Check
artisan.
out the lather.
You're right.
Beautiful. And it
It's a
needs,
happy
she's
lather.
asking for a little water already. I love that.
But it is fun to get to know a new artisan and see how
Right.
things kind of wake up.
Gotham. This is just
this is
top
fun.
notch, beginning to end. And I love the smooth pour.
Right. Oh, yeah, it does. We've had a few that are similar to this, but this one's pretty smooth.
Oh, this
Okay.
is waking up gorgeous. Look at this.
I'm excited to see what happens.
Plaster in my bowl, y'all. Look at this. I'm about 3 minutes away from this needing Fruit Loops. You
Okay.
seeing this?
Yeah.
Woo!
I just get my armor whiff, but I'm curious to see what happens here. Because you're
it's-
right. It's a little different.
It's coming up.
On you,
It's,
and
I
it's-
know. I know. It's magic. There's
It
just
is.
something enigmatic about this.
It's kind of fun. It's like a his and hers without even trying. Oh.
Wild.
Yeah?
That centerness. That center slightly fruitiness for me is really coming out.
Oh,
the
I
lather.
thought you were going to say disappeared.
No, I know. That's what I
No,
thought too.
no.
No. But
Huh.
that means it's meant to be here. If you love something, folks, let it go. It comes
Let-
back
let
to you.
it
It's
bloom
meant
here.
to be.
Yep, that
Okay,
ladder.
ready? Watch this face, y'all. Watch your face. Watch your face.
Yeah. Now that we've lathered that, there is something in the middle that's blooming through, and I do feel like it's funny because it's nothing listed on the scent notes. It's almost that mysterious fruit that
Right.
not really there.
Right.
But
I
it's
don't know what
sort of
that
this. What happened here? Having too much fun lathering.
Y'all, we're going to do a Hoffman screaming salute here and do our noses up like Rob does.
But it does.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Yeah,
something
that's the
magic happening.
stuff. Oh, man. Yeah, this is magic. I don't say that very often.
No.
There
But
is
because
just
it's
something
not listed, and I
alive in this scent and just moving.
I don't know if it's how they're interacting, but it's a new type of sweet. Wow. And even if I didn't know that it was also a Tom Ford,
Yeah.
my brain does kind of go to that kind of dark cherry one
Yes.
and a little of the peach one.
I think he's made tobacco so beautiful that it's almost unrecognizable to me as tobacco.
Right.
Because let's face it, my grandpa smoked the cheap stuff in his pipe. He was a cheap German guy. And these
But that's
things
not what
were
we're
not
getting
expensive.
here.
No. This almost reminds me of like when I'm on vacation somewhere like super ritzy, like
Right.
the Bahamas, when I'm in a place where they have a walk-in humidor kind of a thing. And it's just like, and
even
everybody in there's wearing suits and ties.
Earlier,
It's
you
beautiful.
said cherry wood.
I did.
And
yes.
there's something along that
know.
genre. I don't know what it is.
And because we have experienced a little lost cherry, there's a tiny echo of that in here. I'm saying.
Right.
There's a
And
tiny
again,
echo
like
of
if
that.
I didn't know Tom Ford was connected, that is where my brain would go.
Right.
It doesn't go directly oud, and it doesn't go directly to a fruit, but there's
Right.
something in there that's organically sweet.
And it's not the fruity part of the cherry from Lost Cherry. It's sort of the drier part of the cherry that I'm getting in the middle of that. Just
I know we don't talk about lather.
No,
but
we never
my
discussed leather, but y'all, I'm
goodness.
telling you, it's ready for grape nuts. Look at that
It's-
bowl. Milky
that-
and beautiful like plaster
I
in
wanna,
there,
like,
right?
go run and shape with it right
Literally
now.
like you're stirring yogurt
It's just
in
so
that
happy
bowl.
there.
Gorgeous.
Oh, wow.
No, I know.
And I gotta say, it is lighter here.
Yeah.
The deepness, the heaviness, the darker side of the scent
Right.
starts to kind of disappear a little bit into that mid-sweet something.
Right? The Bowery Boys, extortion, racketeering numbers. So it's pretty easy. All you have to do is be the lords and masters of the theater district in New York City. 150 years ago. And times are going to start changing. Other groups are going to start moving in. Your neighborhood's going to start shifting, but it's still going to smell fabulous. And you just got your own. So head over to PasteurShaving.com where you'll find this and a ton of other stuff I want. Bowery Boys, y'all. I love this scent so much, and the scent in the splash so much, that in the weeks between us shooting the episode and me shooting this, we bought a cologne dupe of this, and it is not even as good as this is. This still has a little bit more of that sweeter tobacco side to it to me, and there's just something I adore about this scent. And let's have a conversation about the lather. Y'all, beautiful, easily made up, thick in the bowl, feels like yogurt against the brush, stays right where you put it, a little bit thicker than you'd be expecting, and makes your razor blade unafraid. If you want to try out a new blade, you want to try out a new razor, this would be a good friend to do it with. Pasteur, thank you so much.
Welcome to Messages.
Hey, y'all. So, Rod and Mandy over at Sterling Soap have created a set called Friends to the Ends to honor their pets and to honor all of our pets. So, when we cover that soap, would you kindly send us a photograph of your family with your pets? Let us know what your name is, what their names are, and we're going to feature those at the end of our Friends to the End episode in March.
Email us at WeSentYouAtTheBarbershopDuet.com so we can make sure to include you in that episode.
And our favorite pet picture might even win a little prize. So, we hope to see you there. Little look behind the scenes of the Barbershop Duet, y'all. We shoot 3 episodes in a day, usually 2 to 3, and we shot 3 today.
Right.
This is our 3rd.
Finale for the day.
They're not in order, so you're not going to be able to look back and see which ones they were, but occasionally, privately, we have a little conversation. So which one won today? Which one was your favorite? Who was the winner?
I'm pretty sure this kind of...
This is the winner! You don't even have to have that conversation. I can already tell you, this has won the day for me. I'm so happy to have this. And I panicked a little bit today when I heard that they had sent us a Tom Ford. And I said, oh, is there a splash? And there is.
They snuck one
There
in.
is Pasteur. We could not be more grateful for you believing in our little show and sponsoring some of our episodes. And especially for sending us one as good as this, because I don't know if we would have picked it out on our own.
No, I have to say, it's just a new one to us. But also, while we were reading off of the Scent Notes page, that is actually on sale right now. So, not sure if it's going to be when this airs, but it's on sale. And it is totally worth checking out. Just because it's a new artisan to us, we would have missed it. And I'm really, really glad that Pasteur's made sure to get it to us. And now that we're such fans of Tom Ford, we were just blindsided by how much we actually enjoyed this, which I love.
And we are going from this taping immediately to buying the other soap. So please stay tuned for the other Gotham soap in an upcoming episode, because if they're all this good, we have fantastic new world still to discover after 6 months of this show.
I'm so excited. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
Oh, you'll smell better just watching this.